Hey, good morning everybody. Patty Ann here. Today I have something a little bit fun, I think, to show you and a little bit different. It has to do with sports teams. Pretty soon baseball, well actually baseball's already started, but maybe you support a specific team or your significant other does, your hub, your brother, your son, daughter. Anyway, when I was growing up, my parents were really big Pittsburgh Steelers and Pittsburgh Pirate fans. So I thought in honor of them, I would just make a shirt or make the font the thing that I would put on the shirt. Anyway, as you can see on the screen here, it shows about our Patreon page. Don't forget about that. And then also join us over at Cricut Design Space with Patty Ann and on Facebook, and Cutting Up with Patty Ann, where we do all kind of things with Silhouette Studio Business Edition software that we can use with our Cricuts. And it's a one-time price that you pay for that. It's about $50 if you use my link that I have down below. And if you look down at the left-hand side of the website when you get there, there's be a little pop-up that comes up and it saves you an extra 10%. So be sure to use that, because when I bought mine, I went to the Silhouette website and I spent $99 and I think 99 cents for mine. But if you use the link below, it'll be about $56, something like that. So let's go and let me show you what I'm talking about that we're going to make. And we're going to do this in Silhouette Studio, as I said, because that's the easiest way to do it. And look how beautifully these turned out. Wouldn't that be nice on a shirt? And of course, you could have anything you want on here, any team name you want. And I just think they're really cool. So what I did was I came up here and I searched for a font that I liked. And the one that I happened to get was called Brann Ball. It's BRANNBOLL. And here it is here too. So what I did was I downloaded that. And then I opened it and I unzipped it and extracted it. So once I had done that, then I was right here and it was all extracted into this file. So then I said to, not sure if I've done this one already. I'll double click on this one and I'll say install it, but I think I've already installed this. Let's see, install. Yeah, it's already installed, so I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to stop it. Stop. Okay. So one thing I did find out using Silhouette Studio with fonts is just like with Cricut Design Space, you have to stop the software and then, this turn it totally off and then reopen it to get it to work. But what I did find was sometimes in Silhouette Studio, it doesn't still show up. So there's an easy peasy workaround for that. And I have that listed right here. And I'll put this down below in the notes. So what you do to get it to install is you press the Windows key, assuming you're using Windows machines. Press the Windows key and the R on your keyboard. Notice this little box that pops up down here. And then you're instructed to type this stuff in, which I've already done once. So it pops up automatically. And I'll have this down below, like I said. And then you just press OK. And this may seem really hard, but it's not if you just follow these 8 simple steps. The next thing it says to do is to come to the Microsoft folder. Click on that. And then open the Windows folder. And then open the fonts folder. And these are the fonts that I've downloaded recently from dafont.com. So then all you have to do, like the Brann balls that I just did, I just right click on that and then come over here and you see where it says install for all users. That's all you do. You click on that and then it works. And then once they're installed, you can reopen Silhouette Studio and you're good to go. So let's open Silhouette Studio and let's pretend, what's another team I might want to do? How about the Braves, Atlanta Braves? Actually, I think I'll just type in the word Braves. So I'm going to come over here to my text tool, click on it, and come over here and click on my mat and type in the word Braves. Notice it comes in just in this font right here. So I'm going to move this bar a little bit over by just sliding it by holding my mouse key. And I'm going to come here and highlight all of this. Then I'm going to come over to the right. And you see this one here that says open the text style panel. I'm going to open that. And I'm going to type in up here brand ball, Brann, and there it is. It's highlighted right here, so I'll click on it. Okay, now I'm going to click off the word so I can make it bigger when I get the boxes like this. All right, well, what I want to do is I want to do the swoosh. So I'm going to click on this again to highlight it. And this is a fabulous, fabulous thing about this software, you guys. You know how we have to go to different places to find the little glyphs, like for the Samantha font? Well, look right here. There's this one right here that says text style. This here says glyphs, and that says spelling. Click on the middle one, and that gives you the glyphs for this font. I mean, isn't that fabulous? So all I have to do is click on this one and it adds it, and I'm ready to go. I might want to just adjust. Let's see. So I might have to ungroup it. Yeah. And I might want to adjust where this is just to make sure it's really lined up perfectly. And then I can just go ahead and highlight all of it and say weld. And once it's all welded together, of course, let's do something. Let's move this B over to touch and make sure that line is touching something, because I noticed they were separate. Move that, and that's touching. All right, now I'm going to weld it again so that everything is welded together. Let's see. Yep, everything's welded together now. All right, and now I'm going to come to the offset tool over here, the little star. And I'm going to click on offset, and notice it puts an offset around it automatically, just like that. So I can change the coloring of the offset if I want to maybe, what color are the Braves? Red and, I don't know, I'll just do red and white. So I'll make the offset white, and I will make the text red. And I don't like that color of red, so if I don't like the color of red, I can choose one here, or I could come over to this paint palette on the right hand side and come down here to where it says advanced options and get some other reds, like, oh no, wait, that's good. And I would just leave it like that. Okay, so I think that turned out really nice. The only other thing I would do is highlight everything and then group it. So there's the Braves. Okay, I have to add one more thing. Vanetta on our group over there in Facebook was the first one to comment and tell me the name of the team that she likes, and it's the Tar Heels. And I promised whoever named their team first, I'd make them an SVG and send it to them. So here comes Vanetta's. So she likes the Tar Heels. So I'm going to come over to the A for text and type in the word T-A-R and a space H-E-E-L-S. Tar Heels. And then I'm going to highlight it all. And once again, I am going to come over here to this text. And right here it says recently used. So there's the brand ball that I just recently used. So there it is. And I'm going to make it larger. And actually that's a pretty darn good color for the Tar Heels. Let's see. Well, it will just depend on what color she puts for her vinyl, so it's not a big deal. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add the swoosh. So I got to go back to where it's the text editing, and then I'm going to come up here to where it has the glyphs and choose the one I want. Let's see, I saw one online somewhere. Let me look and see what it was like. Okay, so it was sort of a flat one. kind of like this, but not quite as curly. I'll try that one. Okay, don't know if I like that one, so let me undo that. Let me try. It's maybe the same one I just tried. Let's try this one. All right, I think I like that one better. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and ungroup. And I'm going to make this just a tiny little bit shorter. So it just goes under the tar heels. And I'm going to make sure that it matches right up here. It looks great. So now I'm just going to highlight everything, right click on it and say weld. And now the next thing I'm going to, oh, let's see though, I need to group that, I guess. Here we go. Let's see, I'll come to the offset tool. I'm going to offset it, and I think I'll offset it in black, but not quite so big. So I'm going to make a smaller offset by this. I'm going to make it 0.08 and apply. And I'm going to make that offset black. Okay, I think that's a little too big still, so I'm going to make that smaller, 0.06 maybe. I'm going to change it one more time to a 3 and hit apply. Okay, so that's what I like, but now I'm going to add one more, and she can get rid of these if she wants to, or use them if she'd like to. So I'm going to offset this one, and there it is larger, and I'm going to make it white. All right, so that's it. Now I'm going to just go ahead and go File, Save As, Save to Hard Drive, and I'm going to name it Tar Heels. Whoops, my finger's on the right keys. And again, I have to save it as an SVG. Save. And that's it. Oops, let me get rid of these two first because she doesn't want those two. So I'm going to go to File, Save As, Save to Hard Drive, and I'm going to save it again as Tar Heels. And I'm going to overwrite the first one that I had. SVG. Okay. Yes. And I don't know. I want to show you something else though while we are here. As I said, this really shows the glyphs up nicely. Some of you have the Samantha font, and I want to show you how that works. So if I just type in the word Sam, Sam, and I highlight the word and come over here and change this to Samantha, and I can type that in if I want to, and there it comes up, Samantha italic, and hit enter. So it changed it into Samantha, and I'm going to make it large so we can see it well. All right, now if I double click on it again, it's in the text editing mode. I'm going to highlight that M because I'm going to change it. So in the past, we had to do certain things, but here, all we have to do is come up to the glyphs. Here are all the Samantha glyphs. Scroll down, and I want to get to the lowercase m's. So I'm getting close. L. All right, here we come to the m's. All right, so maybe I want this pretty one right here. That's all I have to do, just like that, and it's ready. Maybe I want to change the S. So I need to make it, see how the difference is when it has the boxes around it, like these little boxes here, I can't edit the text. But as long as I double click in here and then I highlight the S, then I can come back up here to where the capital letters were. Element O. here are the S's, and maybe I want something crazy like this one. Just change it just like that. Now if I want to move that up higher, of course I can't unless I right click and ungroup, and then I can move the S up higher if I'd like and have these things touching a little bit, and then right click on everything and select it and group. Well, actually, and weld. And these are barely touching, so I am going to go undo because I want my A and my S to touch a little bit more. I'm going to go to ungroup and move it over just a little bit more. There we go. And now I'm going to weld. Okay, so it's as simple as that. It's pretty cool that it has this glyphs part right here. All right, that's it for today, other than if you wanted to use this again into Cricut Design Space. If you have the business edition, all you have to do is go to File, Save As, Save to Hard Drive. And it's probably going to save everything I have on here. So I'll just name it Sports. And I'm not going to save it in that folder, in the Downloads folder. And I'm going to save it as an SVG, not as a silhouette. Okay. So there. And then if we were going to just use these and make them in our silhouette machines, all we have to do is come over here to Send and send it to our machines. But let's go to Cricut Design Space and make sure, see what we've got. So I'm going to upload an image, browse, and I'm going to go to my downloads, and it should be just sports. There it is. Open. And again, it may come in weird sizes, so I may have to resize everything, but you can see it's coming in perfectly. And I'm going to go like this and insert it. So let's bring it over and let's ungroup this. So notice these are all cut files. I want to see, I'm going to delete some of these so we can just see how we'll do the pirates. All right, so I want to group this one. And I could have left this, I guess this was supposed to be on here. So it's going to the back. So I'm going to right click now and send this to the back. There we go. So I'm going to group again. And let's make it and see what happens. I've not done this enough times to know exactly what I need to do. Okay, so these are not welded together because they weren't touching, but that's different also. So let's cancel that. And so what we need to do is I'm going to choose all the yellow, everything that's yellow, and I'm going to weld it. Okay, and then I'm going to choose everything that's black. And I'm going to weld that. So then, looks like I got rid of the text for the pirates, but that's okay. All right, so there it is. And now if we go to make it, and we really can't see this very well, so I'm going to cancel one more time. And rather than have that be black, I think I'll change this to a gray, or a gray so we can see it maybe more easily. And I'm going to go to make it. Okay, and there we can see how this text is going to be cut out, and then it's going to fit right on top of this. So that's it. It's as easy as that. I hope you guys have fun with this. Oh, one last thing. Look at the size of this. Don't forget, when you bring things into Cricut Design Space, you need to resize them because you certainly don't want this thing just 3 inches wide on your t-shirt. So again, thank you for joining me. I hope that you'll join us over at Cricut Design Space with Patty Ann and Cutting Up with Patty Ann, which deals more with using Silhouette Business Edition with our Cricut machines or our Silhouette machines. Also, check out our Patreon if you like my videos. Just, for $1 a month, you get an extra special little challenge and a secret video, and it just helps support me and be able to have me continue making these videos. So again, thanks for joining me, you guys. Oh, subscribe, please subscribe. I'm almost at 15,000. Thank you. Bye-bye.